Hi friends, today we have got Swatee Miital. She's an upcoming author and today is World Author Day. So I just wanted to celebrate this particular day after having an interview with her. Thank you so much Swatee for coming online with us today. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much Rahul for inviting me. It's an honor for me as well. Thank you so much for having me over.
So Swatee, just wanted to understand, can you just let us know something about your upcoming book?
Yes, absolutely. So the book that I'm writing right now is known as, will be called as Magnetic BrandStory Formula, which basically talks about how an entrepreneur or a professional, when I say professional, I mean a doctor, a lawyer, an architect, or a designer, baker, chef, anybody who is offering a service, like a coach or trainer, how they can use videos for marketing themselves on YouTube. So it's the art that goes behind creating a good video and the science of uploading it properly so that they are visible to the right audience. So this is the book's core theme message. And the book actually comprises of three important elements. The first is, after studying for almost 6 months, I have studied more than 7,000 channels, creators of the country, and they are not entertainment creators. They are people from different professions, and they're using YouTube to create more awareness about their profession amidst their people and their audience. So after studying 7,000 to 8,000 such channel creators, after understanding what goes behind what they're creating, we shortlisted only 100 entrepreneurs and professionals from 22 plus categories. So we have lawyers with us, we have doctors, nutritionists, we have manufacturers. So we cover more than 22 categories. And out of those 23 categories, like the top 100, we actually interviewed 35 plus entrepreneurs and professionals to understand how they started with the channel and how the channel is actually helping them grow massively. Of all the 100 shortlisted channels that are doing good work right now, that are on YouTube. And the second part is, it constitutes the interviews of all the 35 people who we interviewed. And trust me, Rahul, it is the sharing that they have done. Sometimes I literally was left with goosebumps. This was so amazing. Somebody has made over $1 million in 8 months of time, just because they were using the video marketing in the right context. And the third part of the book has, basically it's a step-by-step guide of how an entrepreneur or a professional can get started with their video marketing on YouTube. Yes, post-COVID. So, yes.
That is so interesting, Swatee. I'm having my goosebumps right now. You studied more than 1,000 business owners, professionals. You did a research of more than 8 months. I'm totally flattered with it. So just wanted to understand, when are you about to launch it?
Exactly. So we are actually very excited. We're looking forward to the launch. As you must be aware, Rahul, 21st August is also celebrated as World Entrepreneur Day. And so we are launching the book on the World Entrepreneurs Day to help entrepreneurs and every professional, especially in the country.
So besides, so what all languages is it coming in? Is it just in one single language or is it in few more languages?
No, Rahul, definitely we are launching it in both English as well as Hindi, because as I say, country first. So definitely we are trying to reach out to as many people as possible. 2 months down the lane, we will be also releasing it in regional languages. So we are already in talks with people who translate into regional languages. We are looking at getting it translated into 6 to 8 major regional languages. And we also plan to release it in Spanish next year. Let's see what happens.
So this is so interesting, Swatee. First, the book would be launched in 2 languages, Hindi and English, followed by 6 to 8 regional languages within India, and then an international language, especially Spanish. What are the reasons that you are looking forward for a multilingual book coming in?
If we look at the trend, I mean, and that's a great question. Thank you so much for asking, Rahul. Actually, if you look at the trend, and based on what I studied, we generally have a perception in our mind that English is a global language. And if we need to cater to the international audience or a larger group of audience, we should stick to English. While I don't deny that fact. But in my study, in my research in the last 8 months, what I discovered is that maximum people who could, the majority of people who got a huge growth in their audience on their channel, these were people who were wanting to consume languages in local, regional, their local regional languages. So Hindi, for that matter, after Jio was launched, Hindi saw a big boom. All the content creators actually discovered that actually some of them transferred from English to Hindi. They changed their channel's main language from English to Hindi. Similarly, there are so many regional areas, like we talk about Assam, or we talk about down south. There are 3 major languages there as well, actually more than that. Not everybody is very fluent in English and Hindi in the country. So the trend right now is multilingual. It is to reach to maximum number of audience, so that is why we are going to reach out to as many number of people as possible, because this is a very inspiring book. It's going to help people.
So if I even see few of the largest platforms which are available in the market, be it Flipkart or be it Facebook also, all those are coming up with, Facebook already have a regional language within India itself, right? So I can understand that they want to penetrate the Indian market, and that's what they have been doing it. So for them, it's a marketing strategy, but for you, it's like you wanted to connect with tier 2 and tier 3 cities, which also have got a lot of professionals coming in, and they can in fact use YouTube as a branding and marketing platform, isn't it?
Absolutely, Rahul. A beautiful way of putting it. Thank you.
So Swati, what made you to write this particular book?
So there's a story behind this question, Rahul. Thank you so much for asking it. I belong to a very, very hardcore artist community. I'm a trained theatre director, film director, as well as a script writer. And after my post-graduation, I took a topic in my PhD research thesis, which was a comparative study between the thriving theatre scene in Mumbai as compared to Delhi. And I wanted to understand what's the difference. And that's when I discovered that there is a huge lag of training to the artists about how to communicate to the rest of the world that they are good at something, because there is a lot of consumer out there waiting for the work that the artist has to offer. But only the problem is that none of the maybe is not the best way to put it, but maximum institutes do not include any sort of training to their students, artists, when it comes to teaching them how to market what they're good at. So as a result, even if we have brilliant artists, they're not able to really communicate or use marketing to a level where they can get the right audience for themselves, the kind of business, the kind of recognition that they really deserve. And same story actually goes for entrepreneurs and professionals. If none of the, if you go and get trained as a lawyer, as a doctor, as a nutritionist, as a chef, as a baker, they don't teach you how you can market and brand yourself. And today's world, when everything is moving on to social media with such a lightning speed, we really need to learn that, right? So when I saw there's a huge dearth, a huge gap of this particular science, there's a huge miss there, and unfortunately there are a lot of people who are trying to do it, but it's not the right way to do it. So there has to be some strong context from which you're operating when you are marketing yourself. So I decided that I should come up with a book that talks about the context, the art of making a video, and the science of uploading it so that you're visible to the right audience. So that is why I put it together, and Magnetic BrandStory Formula was born. I wanted to make sure that what I have learned as a content creator reaches out to every entrepreneur and professional. The science and art together.
This is so exciting, Swati. This is so exciting. I also remember from my hotel management days that we used to learn everything, but we never learned how to market ourselves. And I think that's where the gap lies, especially with studies within India at least, that we are not taught how to market ourselves, right? And that's why you have come up with a book. I think that's a quite a fantastic idea which you are following. So just wanted to understand, Swati, how can readers connect with you and follow you?
Thank you, of course. So Rahul, I have a Facebook page. We are pretty active on the Facebook page, and I'm there on Insta as well, Instagram and LinkedIn. And so people can actually follow me on my Facebook page, and I will keep updating them. We are actually sharing, on a daily basis, the progress of the book as well, and all the interviews that we've been taking. We're actually sharing the highlights of the interview as well. So we have interviewed people like Amit Tandon, Liu Coutinho, Chef Ranbir Barar. So we have a huge, a huge good collection of interviews where people would get to learn more and more. So they can follow me on the Facebook page. I have also recently launched my own YouTube channel by the name of Swatee Miital. The spelling goes as SWATEEMIITTAL. And that's it. That's my channel. They can subscribe to it. I would love it because I actually keep posting good tips on that for anybody who's interested in their own branding.
From drama theaters, being a director, to completely on the marketing and branding side. And you know what? I can see that Kotler, certification on your backside. And I can totally get it where Swati is heading for. And I'm close to you, Swati. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to have you. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the book. And I need your signed autographed book for myself. And that has to be the first book.
Absolutely, definitely. I would be very happy to do that, Rahul. I have one thing to share, Rahul.
Yes,
if
please.
you have a minute, I would like to share that. I was recently, listening to something, and actually it was Gary Vee, and I think most of the people who are connected to the branding world and content creation, they know who Gary Vee is. So he said something very interesting. So I'm quoting him here. He said that, another 5 years and everything that we do today on mobile phones, like ordering things and stuff, will be taken over by Alexa and Google Mini or Google Home, Instead of we looking on visually and making a decision, we would be giving a voice command to them, right? So for example, we say, Alexa, send me five muffins. Amazon will get to decide which muffins come to you. But if you as a baker have done good job on making me aware as a consumer about your brand, and I say, Amazon, Alexa, get me 5 Rahul's muffins, then I decide what Alexa is going to send me. And that is why branding is so important at this stage.
And
this is the perfect time.
And interestingly, Swati, it also talks about the content which I would be commanding to Alexa as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
And content also plays a role with Alexa and Google. Quite interesting. Thank you so much for this particular thought. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. It was so amazing talking to you.
Pleasure to have you with us, Swati. Great to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.